Girl, I was telling on when I walked outside, I'm starving.
I said the same thing, didn't I? You know, we too thick.
That's
what it is, baby.
I need them weight loss shots that we was just talking about.
Mine is on the way, baby.
Okay, because this is crazy.
So I need some too for real.
So, honey, we got the plug now. You know, we
Okay.
nurses. We can
Okay.
get you what? Antibiotics?
I'm scared though. I really am scared.
No.
I'm scared of like, I don't know, something. I don't know. I don't have a good answer. I'm just scared of something, taking something and then maybe
Having a reaction.
not even like dying or something that serious, but just, I don't know, it offsetting something else and then I don't
complications.
know. Yeah.
But when you think about it, most of our bodies are offset anyways because we have a lot of bad habits. Well, I don't know how you eat.
No, I eat everything. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You eat pork?
Yeah.
So if you eat everything,
Not often, but like if I'm at someone's house and they make bacon and eggs, I'm gonna eat the bacon type shit.
Yeah.
I don't really like turkey bacon. I'll eat it too, but it just don't taste nowhere near as good to me.
it definitely
You just have
does.
to, like she said, it takes how many months? 3 months? Dr.
3
was saying?
months.
You have to
to change it.
consistently eat like turkey bacon or like chicken
Yeah.
sausage. Consistently to really kind of like get
I
like
don't,
that really
and like I
taste
said,
for it.
I don't eat pork a lot anyway, but it's just like the little areas where you don't really think about it, like pepperoni pizza or something like that, or something,
Most definitely.
or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you eat out a lot?
Hell yeah,
Really?
He's a single man.
I do.
Single man.
What's your
eat out
favorite
a
restaurant?
My favorite restaurant. This is probably so cliche. Probably Roof Chris though.
lot. Really?
I don't go there all the time, but when I like their stuffed chicken to me is like
Oh, it is. And
the
the
best.
lobster mac.
lobster mac is cool. You know it's crazy. Like I know Roof Chris is a steakhouse. I've never even had steak there before because the first time I had stuffed chicken, I never ordered nothing else there.
That's how I am.
I've had their lamb lollipops with the mint jelly. Shit, that's cool, but that stuffed chicken is
It's
crazy.
amazing.
It's fire.
I don't think I've been to Root Chris
But-
in years.
But my eating out is more like sloppy for real. I ain't gonna hold you, cause it's just like I'm always so from like I eat like I have time to eat type of thing between A and B, so I end up grabbing something quick, grabbing some bullshit or something like that.
Fast food. I don't like fast food. I'd rather cook.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it either. But it's like I'll be like, damn, I didn't eat, and then
I'm gonna start selling meal plans. Come
Hello.
and get you some food. Oh,
facts. We can work something out for real. I would love that.
Do you work out?
Not as much as I should, really. I'm in like a get my shit together
we
Stage.
in that same
That's
spot
everybody.
too.
stage health wise right now for sure. But because I've done it before, like my over the years, like my weight has fluctuated. Like so, like back in I want to say from 2017 to 2019, I was actually vegetarian for 2 years.
Ooh,
Oh.
how was that?
High five.
five.
I was vegan
For real?
for years. Yeah.
That's insane. I don't know if I could do vegan. That's crazy. But but no, I was vegetarian for 2 years. It was easy because I was dating a woman at the time and she was vegetarian. So you know how that go. It was kind of like, well, she's eating this way all the
Right.
time, so this kind of just makes it easier.
It worked.
But nah, it was actually great though. I went from like, I think so at the time I was probably like 230 or something like that when I started. When I like that first month of just not even working out, just completely going vegetarian, I lost like 25 pounds in a month. Then the next month once I seen that, I was like, damn. So then I would do like push-ups in the morning and like I would go on like these real like light jogs or whatever. And I kind of leveled out or whatever, but like I went from like 230 to like 185, 190 in like 2 months.
Oh wow.
Men lose weight fast though.
Y'all do.
And mind you, also like it's crazy how. So even then, I mean, at the time I was, late 20s. You know what I'm saying? I'm early in 30s now, but I feel like I do feel the difference though between being 27, 28,
Most definitely.
and trying to do it versus being 33, 34, and trying to do it. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, so I did that, and then kind of like maybe a lot of people during COVID. You know what I'm saying? I was kind of bullshit, and then I got back to just eating whatever, and was like, fuck it.
As a man, would you try lipo?
Once again, I don't know. I don't know because my concern would be like, my concern is like proportions and shit. So it's like, for example, me, like all of my weight rests right in like my belly. You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, you suck all the fat out my belly, my face still gonna be fat though. You know what I'm saying? Then it's like, what, I get face lipo too?
No.
You know, I'm just being, I'm funny. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just like,
because you don't know. You don't know.
You
This
don't-
is
right.
not your world.
right.
So they do have buccal fat removal, which is the fat in your cheeks that you could do. So then you'll be skinny. But however, what I heard, you know, I don't know for certain, but I've seen some surgeons say that if that does happen, your face will start to droop as you get older.
And that's my thing. Like, so it's, I feel like it's just, you know, kicking my butt into gear and doing it the way I'm, you know what I'm saying? The natural way, I guess, to avoid those. Because we've all seen the person, you know, whether it's, you know, celebrity, whether it's whoever, the person that's like had lipo, and there's someone who they have more than enough money to do it the right way. And they got this big ass face afterwards, or the big old
Right.
head, but then their body and
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Right. So
Like,
it doesn't look right.
it doesn't look. I've always noticed it. Like whether it's been in the past, and I've worked with people where like they've had an operation done, and it just something looks off. And I know me. Like I have pictures on my phone of me in 2019 at like 185, 190 versus me like I think right now I'm probably 250. So it's like I literally look different. Like I literally look like my little brother or something. Like it looked like my face is smaller. Everything is lean. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if the lipo thing is for me really. Cause I'd be mad as fuck. I'd be mad as fuck. Like, okay,
You still got a big face.
yeah, my stomach's gone, and then I still got a chubby face. I'd be
Right.
mad as hell. I seen like Kanye was dealing with that actually, but nah, he was though.
That is a good example.
When Kanye was with Kim, he like his weight started getting bad when they was having problems, and he said when the media started talking crazy about him, he went and got lipo
Yeah.
to like deal with that. But like Ye's face still looked like bigger. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So
Another thing too is you're talking about like belly fat. A lot of people don't realize there is two different types of like fat, right? So there's this fat called visceral fat. That's underneath. It's like underneath your muscles, and it's like around your organs, and that can't be removed with lipo. That can only be removed with diet changes and exercises.
got you.
So when you start to work out and lose weight, how you was a vegetarian, you lost all that weight. A lot of that was like that visceral fat going out because you probably noticed the big difference in your belly at that time.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know why my belly like this. For
And
real.
then honestly, it might be the visceral fat because it doesn't look like a lot of outside fat. So
Right.
then you would have to do that with diet, exercise, watching alcohol intake because that's a big
Yeah.
part too. People
I'm
don't
not even.
realize.
I rarely drink. Like literally, it's just I eat like a fucking madman. Like when I do eat, like I just do.
But when you have a busy life
Yeah.
and you're ripping and running, it's just so easy to just go to the closest
Thing.
Facts.
fast food and just eat and just keep it moving. That's why meal prepping is so important because once you hit that point where you are starving,
You know what's funny? Like I feel like, what's the word that people that like to use? Like I don't know, but like I feel like men we like shit on meal prepping.
Really?
I don't know why, but we do. Like elitist men like that have their shit together and didn't have to meal prep to do it. They shit on meal prepping. They just look at it like, oh, what are you doing? You're chopping your food up into these little portions and making your little pre-made lunches every day. So they like shit on. Not that I really care about their
Yeah.
opinions, but no.
But like for me, meal prepping is I cook, and then it's enough for 2 days, if that, because I'm a cook again. So
Right.
it doesn't make sense for me to make a whole week. I'm gonna get tired of it anyways.
why I'm not like that? I can eat the same thing for 5 days.
For real?
So if I cooked you the same thing, you'll eat it for
I've done
5
it.
days.
I
I've
will.
done it,
I
yeah.
will. I will too, though. But like it'll change at some point, though. Like for me, like, but I am like I can be a habitual eater sometimes, like that. Like even like let's say it's fast food, I could be like, I don't know. Let's say it's Chick-fil-A or something. I could be in a Chick-fil-A bag where damn near like once a day, my brain gets to a certain point where it's like, damn, I wouldn't mind whatever it is from Chick-fil-A. But then maybe 3 or 4 months down the road, it's not Chick-fil-A. It's something from wherever else. You know what I'm saying? So, but no, yeah, I feel like if I was eating this, I could eat the same thing every day. But that's nothing. As much as I feel like I do eat, I don't, and I love food. I'm also not a picky eater either.
Neither.
So it's like I enjoy food, but at the same time, it's like I don't. It's gonna sound like contradicting. I do really enjoy food, but I also don't eat for pleasure, which I feel like is why I'm not a picky eater, and I just eat anything on the go because I'm like, okay, it's fucking 3 o'clock. I haven't ate. I'm starving. I need to eat something. Boom, I'm eating this. Where someone else is like, oh no, I don't eat that, and you put this on that, or you'll,
Right.
I need this
yeah.
with no onions, and no, I hate pickles, and no, I'm not that way with nothing. I could eat. I don't have like I hate pickles, I hate onions. No, don't put tomatoes on. No, I don't even care. It's just like, let me eat this shit, so then now I'm not hungry anymore. You know what I mean?
I do have these things where I'm like, oh no, I want this, but I could eat a chicken Caesar salad every day. I will make you a salad in a heartbeat.
I love
I don't know,
salad.
my mom and dad had 5 kids growing up. So I guess for me, being a picky eater was just never
A thing.
an option.
Yeah.
You're gonna eat whatever we got, and that's just it.
Yeah.
So I guess that's just how I am.
Yeah.
I can if you make me 5 meals and it's all the same thing, I'm gonna eat it until it's all gone.
Yeah, it's crazy how that is the thing though. I grew up in a household with a handful of kids too, and that's very much the truth. Like I used to just whatever they put on the table.
That's it.
But that is a big thing you see nowadays though. Like with kids, like I got friends who like if you go to their house, like they son or they whoever will be like, he only eat chicken nuggets or he only
My
eat,
kids eat whatever.
like, you know what I'm saying? Like I see that where it's like, and I'm sure it's hard as a parent, you know what I'm saying? But like as like your kids growing, they're going from like being a baby to like 2, 3, 4, and you're trying to feed them certain stuff, and there's certain shit they just won't eat, and you're like, damn, I want them to eat, so you start only giving them the stuff they'll eat, and the next thing you know, you got this like spoiled kid that like only eats 2 foods now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like you see more of that nowadays, especially with like people are having less kids and shit too. So it's like,
Yeah. But you'll see people cook 2 different meals. You'll see people like, oh, I'm making
I hate
spaghetti,
that.
but this child doesn't
I
eat
do that.
spaghetti, so
I'm
I'm gonna
guilty.
make
Oh.
them
I
chicken
do that.
tenders.
But hear me out though.
don't do that to yourself.
No. My youngest son, he has a shellfish allergy.
Mm-hmm.
So like some days I just want shrimp. And so then I'll make something else for him because I'm not going to kill my
But that's
child.
different.
But
Yeah.
I do it a lot because I prefer
Yeah.
seafood versus other foods. Have you ever dated a lady that had surgery and you were there? That's what we need to
You ever
ask.
took care of anybody
Yeah.
after they had surgery?
I don't think so.
Really?
You don't think-
You ever
never-
paid for anybody to have surgery?
Nah, I never. I've like slept with a woman with a BBL before, but I never like dated like a chick like where I was like her man or I was in her relationship when she got it done or. No, I never have. But
You feel like there was any difference between the BBL girl that you dated and like any other girl?
I'll be honest, the one that sticks out in my mind, I feel like hers was good. I'll be honest, it looked crazy though, to me.
What you mean?
I feel like it looked crazy to me. Like, it was a little obnoxious. But it didn't feel like bad. It didn't feel like
it wasn't hard.
yeah.
I know a lot of people
that's-
think it's
that's-
hard,
yeah.
but it's not.
Yeah, that's a big thing, like a misconception. Like
Yeah.
they'll think that whatever. But nah, it's so funny, like being a guy, and that was like my first woman I had been with a BBL. In the moment, I remember like thinking about those things. Like
Really?
yeah, not like I'm judging her, but in the sense of like, let me see what the fuck like people be talking, because people be saying this like hard, and I remember like, you know, if I'm being affectionate or something, like grabbing her ass and being like, oh nah, her ass is
It's
soft.
soft.
Right, it
It's
is
soft.
soft.
But I'm saying her proportions just weren't very good. I feel like
I wonder who she went to.
I don't know, and I feel like she probably God, when was this? This is a while ago. So who knows? I'm sure the shit's gotten better.
No,
I'm saying
but there's still some girls though that still kind of misproportion.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm just saying like the technology,
Yeah.
depending on where you go,
Yeah.
I think it's probably gotten better in the past 10 years. But like I met this girl in like 2014 or 15, and she already had one then.
Oh,
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
She wanted the pioneers.
But the pioneers,
She wanted the old
right?
school
And then,
BBL.
but when I first like when I finally cranked though, it was like I met her like 2014, 15. When we finally like hooked up like that, it was like
What you call it when y'all finally what?
Cranked. It's terminology, honey.
Whoa.
I use a bunch of different terminology
Whoa,
though.
when y'all finally cranked. That's what they call
I mean, yeah, because we didn't make love. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all cranked.
I'm saying
It's almost
whatever
like
you
crank.
whatever you say. Whatever you say. When I crank, when I hit, when I fuck. I mean,
When
what
I, when
sounds?
I cracked it,
When y'all did
Yeah.
the nasty.
Yeah, when we finally did that, it was years later. Like I had known her for years,
Oh, okay.
and then it just finally kind of matched up.
But it wasn't no different from any other. Oh, you felt like it was?
I don't really think so. I mean, it's different in the sense where like I'm noticing like, damn, she got a big old ass.
Right.
But like, yeah, it was solid though. It was good.
I feel like that is a common misconception about us because I had lipo 360 and a BBL, and people are like, is it hard? I've had so many girls ask me to touch my butt. Like even my sister. My sister naturally has a really big butt. And she's like, can I feel it? And she was like, well, it feel like mine. I thought it would feel hard and all this other stuff. And I'm like, no.
You know what else too? I noticed amongst like a lot of men too. Men think every fat ass is a BBL now.
Oh. Yeah.
Which and I, neither here nor there. I don't really have an opinion. Like you know what I'm saying. Like I'm not gonna not talk to a girl because she got one or doesn't have one. You know what I mean? But like it's funny. Like I feel like, but I do feel like I'm a pretty good judge of like if a girl has one or doesn't when it is in question. But like a girl will walk by with a fat ass and like if dudes are complimenting her or like kind of goddamn like. So you'll hear someone be like, she got a great BBL or like something like that. And I'll be like, I don't even think she got one. But yeah.
You just never know nowadays.
You just never know.
So would you pay if you was dating someone or if you was married and the girl was like, I want to get my body done. Would you pay for it?
Yeah, I think if I was married. I think if I was married.
Yeah.
You would?
Yeah, I'm big on like, I don't know. I feel like no one looks at things like permanently in this like era that we live in, but I am big on, and I think we all should be like returns on my investment. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like if because we've all been in relationships where shit totally hit the fan, and we were blindsided, and we never would have seen it going that way in a million years, whether we was married or not. You know what I mean? So it's like I could be with a chick for a year or 2 years. We haven't gotten married yet. We haven't even really had much issues yet. I get her BBL, and then who knows what happens. 7 months later, something happens, we break up. I'm like, damn. I gave you that for whoever else.
Dude.
Yeah.
I wonder, do they think like that? Because
I just had this conversation with this other person, and his take on it was, why should he have to pay for your BBL or mommy makeover just because you feel insecure about it? Because he was like, if I'm already dating you, if we're already together, then I obviously already like the way that you look. If you don't like the way that you look, why is that now my problem and my financial burden?
I'd be more inclined to like, I would like, if I wasn't married though, but like I would help though. I feel like I would like help with some of it, maybe, or something like
Being
that.
a support
and it's not even on some like, anytime a guy starts talking about money and starts talking about what he wouldn't do with his money, it becomes this like, oh, well, you're cheap, or it's not even that. It's just I feel like I view money different. It's just like I don't know. It's just I don't know. Money is more than ever. I feel like it's a weird topic with like men and women nowadays.
It is. It's become like a thing.
It's such a thing where, but because it's such a thing, it's like you gotta watch it, because like men and women are both, they act in different, like guys, you got the guys who just, they might buy X amount of girls BBLs, you know what I'm saying, because they look at money just like, oh, it's disposable and it's to get me what I want. Whereas like if the psychology and the next man is different, like it is with me, I don't want the money to get me what I want, you know what I'm saying? I want like me and like the chemistry, my personality, what the dynamics I've built up with this woman. You know what I'm saying?
Like genuine type of
genuine type of stuff. Because man, you'll meet girls now that like you could exchange numbers with a girl and 2 days into knowing her, she
wants some money.
Send me $100. Send me send me
crazy.
So it's insane. And then if you care, I could see a guy who's like conflicted. It puts you in a tough spot because, like I said, the second you say no, oh, you broke ass motherfucker. But it's just like a guy like me, I don't care what a girl think or what she tell me. So it's like, I don't care.
You the one asking for the money.
Right.
I mean, I don't have.
But also, in the era we in right now, that's not frowned upon though. Like a woman asking for the money, it's like you calling her broke. It doesn't like, what is that? Her value. Let the people tell it. Her value is not determined by her bread.
I have lived on both ends of the spectrum.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right. So I'm 43.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was younger, I had my son when I was 18. So I was a single parent.
Mm-hmm.
I was a CNA for a while. I was a phlebotomist for a while. So I didn't make a whole lot of money. So there were times when I did date guys that could help me financially because I needed it. Right. Now there were times I dated guys just because I really liked them or whatever. But there were times I definitely was. No, I ain't gonna say I would be like, oh, can you give me $100? But there were times I needed it. I needed help. I was struggling, right? But fast forward, became a nurse, doing okay for myself. Now I'm at a point in my life where I just refuse. I want to have someone that can look at me and say, let me get this for my baby.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To me, I feel like it means more. Because the number one thing I don't ever want is for anyone to say, I helped you get to where you are.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? Or I did this for you, now you owe me this or you owe me that.
Yeah.
Because that's
not what we're doing.
No, that's not what we're doing, baby.
I'll pay for it for myself before I let you, little girl, me.
But devil's advocate, that there's a little pride in that too, though.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying?
We were talking about this on Twitter.
For real?
Kind of.
Yeah, there's pride in that too, in the sense of like, who gives a fuck if someone, you know what I'm saying? That's like you getting a job somewhere, and then that job leads you to getting this other job, and then the manager at the first job is like, oh, if it wasn't for me giving you, you would. And it's like, I mean, it's more so the perception of you. How do you feel about it? Because they could think they made you or whatever all they want, but if you know your worth and you know the work that you put in, it's like that's life. You know what I'm saying? We go through the people we meet and the adversity we face along the way, and it shapes us and molds us. We learn this from this person. We learn this from this thing we experienced, and then it leads to like pros or cons. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. I feel like there's a whole lot of shit. If we take that logic, there's a whole lot of shit that we technically be in debt to. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
That made us what we are. So fuck them, basically. You know what I mean?
Would you let somebody pay for your surgery?
Would I let somebody pay for my surgery?
Of course.
I don't know.
It depends on the person.
I'm a very prideful person because of things I've been through in life. So I would never even ask. I would never even ask.
Yeah.
Well, by the time they even know, by the time I even tell them about the surgery, I've already paid for it. Everything's already paid for. Like, I would never even.
Wow. I've never asked, but I've been offered. Like once I told somebody.
I don't know.
What you think about like closed mouths don't get fed type of thing with certain stuff?
My dad always told me that, but this is the thing. I've come to the point where I can provide for myself. But if I need something, I would prefer that whoever I'm dealing with offer it. Or if you see me saying, hey, I'm having a hard day, ask me what I need. And then I'll tell you, but I'm not just going to come out and say, hey, I need about 10,000 right now.
Right.
Like, yeah, it's that type of thing.
Yeah. And you know what? Nowadays, you just don't know people's financial situations.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can't be out here be like, I need help my rent. My rent $2,800. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Who can ready to help me with? That's crazy. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I just feel like if I need something, there's 1,001 ways to make money, especially here in Atlanta. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. But then some girls are like, well, why are you dealing with him if he can't help you or if he can't do nothing for you?
Right.
And all this kind of stuff. And I mean, I don't know. I mean, I get it. But I feel like if you're with someone, I feel like they're going to make sure you're okay at the minimum.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now, if they don't, if they see you struggling, they see you going through and they don't offer you anything, then that's different.
Yeah.
It's just crazy that we've like, and not we as in all of us, but for the most part, like the way you hear people loosely talk about it, like we've gotten to the point to where we do fully, I feel like, define people off of that though, in the sense of like, even like I'll catch some of my homeboys though. They might meet a new chick in their life and they'll be describing her, and they'll be like the main things you hear, if she bad as hell, you're gonna hear she bad as hell, and then, man, she do such and such. She got a bag. She got da 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 da. But like the components that actually make up a person and make them compatible, never gets mentioned. And the same thing for a lot of women. You meet a lot of women now who it's like, girl, he got money, da 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 da, and then, however many months into you talking to this person that you were excited about because of one of these two things, then you start to see it crumbling apart because you like. You know what I'm saying?
You looked at the wrong things. But my thing is, I'm not going to look at somebody for their money or what you can do for me. I look at how do you treat your mom. That's first of all. How do you treat your dad and your kids? How because money is it's important, but it's not that important to where I'll disqualify somebody for not having enough money. But I've met plenty of men and dated plenty of men with plenty of money, bukus of money, and they weren't good people.
Right. I think people got to get back to doing what works for you and not all these little societal norms floating around the back of your head. Like, would my girlfriends think I'm such and such if they knew I would? Like my brother. My brother's a stay-at-home dad, right? They got 2 kids, but like, and if you ask my brother, he doesn't want to be, but it's just what happened. Like, it's just like his wife work a job. She's like a property manager or something. She makes mid to high 6 figures a year. They've got 2 kids. They had just had like my niece, and who was like a newborn at the time. And it's like, okay, sure, like you could work your job too, making X amount of money a year, and for the kids to essentially be in daycare all day, us get home. Or it's like the one of us who makes the more bread right now could keep working, and then the other parent could be home, and now one of us gets to be with the kids all the time and make sure they're straight and make sure. But it's like a lot of people are not even going to entertain that. You know what I'm saying? But like, it worked for them, where like his wife loves what she does. She doesn't like hold it against my brother or look at it like, I'm at work every fucking day and you're da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And my brother, like, I feel like he nails that part though. Like, and doesn't. And me and him have our talks. I'm sure every now and then it like maybe plagues him, or like,
most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Because as a man, we want to provide. You know what I'm saying? Leader. So, but nah, like he fills in and does his part. You know what I'm saying? Not like he's just some little bitch now or something like that. But yeah, if she's at work all day, when she comes home, I'm sure the house is clean, and I'm sure that, you know what I'm saying, he done did whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop with the kids, and might have even cooked, and that's fine. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, I think people got to get back to what works for them. Especially, I feel like it's hard for women. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but I think it's harder for women if you only view your options through a certain lens. You know what I'm saying? Let's say if you are, one of the however many women in the country who, like, you are doing very well for yourself, right? Let's say you're making over 6 figures, right? And you're single. If you come at it with the approach of, what you hear a lot of women say this, I don't ask for anything more than what I bring to the table. You hear a lot of women say that, which in theory doesn't sound bad at all. It's not about it sounding bad. It's just, I think the woman who says that doesn't realize, well, what's the percentage of people, male or female, that make what you make, even though you're a woman and you make it? So as soon as you only look for that or more, you've just cut your dating options by like 2/3. So where you're like, okay, so even if a guy's great for me, and let's not say he's a bum, he's still making pretty good money, but it ain't as much as you making. Let's say you make $130 a year and he makes 80 or 90 or something like that. But because he not making 140, like, you're gonna X him off as a no. And I'm not saying you guys. I'm just saying you'll hear these conversations though, and then that same woman will get frustrated as to why she's single. But it's like you've removed like 90% of the dating pool because you're looking for this one box right here to get checked. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's tough for women for a multitude of reasons when it comes to dating, to be honest.
You know what? And one thing people need to learn, it's not about how much money you make either. Because I took care of a lady one time. She was a manager at McDonald's. But she was a big saver. She was a penny pincher. So she paid for her surgery. And then when she came and paid for her surgery, and of course she paid to stay with me for like 7 days, she was like, for my birthday, I'm paying off my mortgage. And I'm like,
right.
And you work where? And she was like, I saved. She has all these different methods. She has the old school piggy banks. She has one of those. She does like this envelope saving method that she has. And then she has like this one saving method, what's called like you pull like a random envelope out. And however much is on the envelope, that's how much you have to save that month. And so she has like all these different ways of saving money. She said, I write down literally everything that I purchase. And at the end of the month, I look at them like, you didn't need this, you didn't need that.
Right.
Why'd you do this? Why'd you do that? And then the next month, I'm better. I'm looking at it different. I'm making sure that I do this and I do that. And I'm like, and you work at a manager at McDonald's.
Right.
But you can meet somebody that make 6 figures and they don't have a dime saved.
Right.
Because they out here trying to keep up with society.
Exactly. Yep. Everybody's trying to live outside their means. You know what I mean? So that's a big thing. And to your point, it's like, unfortunately, male or female, not a lot of people, they gonna be that locked in.
They not.
And then and once again, let's say if you are a person that locked in, and then you're trying to date while being that locked in. Now the other person looking like, well, damn, you don't ever want to do shit. Why we never? Even me, like I've been in relationships in the past where even the woman may come to me and be like, babe, let's do better at like saving. And you're like, all right, babe, cool. And then like you get 2 weeks into saving and she's, man, I'm bored and I just feel like we don't go out anymore and we're not da-da-da-da-da-da. And then as the guy, you like, bruh. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think for a lot of people, it's not very practical, but I feel like whoever has that discipline and they're able to like, you know, put it in place, I definitely feel like they gonna win. You know what I mean? But yeah, for sure.
And I think that's something two people should talk about early in dating, because you start dating someone and then later on in life you realize you've been with this person all this time and all they do is blow through all their money. How you gonna get married?
Right.
Who paying for the wedding?
Right.
How y'all gonna buy a house together?
Yeah.
They credit toe up. They can't help you with the down payment.
Yeah.
You know, nothing.
And people don't understand.
But they driving a Maserati, girl.
That's a fact.
All right.
Especially in Atlanta.
Oh, especially in Atlanta. And it's so crazy. I took care of this one couple. They was from somewhere way up north. And the husband, he was telling me, he was like, I look around your apartment complex. He said, does everyone in Atlanta drive luxury cars? He was like, on the highway, all you see is BMWs and Mercedes.
County they do.
And he said, that's all. He said, where I'm from, he was like, you don't see stuff like this.
Yeah.
He was like, this is crazy.
No, it's true. In Atlanta, like it do seem like everybody got a nice car.
Everybody has
to your
a nice
point,
car.
especially in different parts. Like, but yeah, like Cobb, everybody got a nice car. Or like if you're on the highway, it seems every now and then it'll seem like
You see all kind of cars.
But it's like, okay, so on the south side, I went to pick up my son's friend and we brought him to Cobb County and he said, everybody here has a fancy car like you?
yeah,
Yeah.
Because they don't see that.
right.
But once you go to Fulton and up, that's all you see.
I'm so like Cobb County biased, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, I absolutely
I love
Cobb.
Cobb County. Like I love
love
the
it.
south side. That's my stomping ground. But
Yeah. There's things I love about
love
every little
Cobb.
area, but just like all things considered, like just the look of it, the like if we're going by like, yeah, just the look of it, the cleanliness, how the town is set up, what's there, navigating it. Like one thing about Cobb too, I feel like it's the easiest for us to get around too. I feel like there's so many.
It is.
Like we got like you could take like Atlanta Road into like Marietta
Into the
Street
city.
into the city. Your 285 is like over on our
20,
side.
Right there.
Yeah, 20's not far right there. You got 75.
I'm right
You
there
can
by
get on.
75 and 285.
You could I mean there's just a number of ways. You could take Atlanta to Marietta to like Moore's Mill and get into
Right.
Buckhead and Paces Ferry and Peachtree Battle, all of that over there that way. There's just so many ways to navigate. And it's like, you know, you don't see too many homeless. You don't see, you know what I'm saying? You don't really, I don't
It's
know.
not a lot going on.
Even like I don't stay that far from the Battery, and I feel like when it's like nighttime, like I don't hear shit.
Sure don't.
Even and I'm right off of a main road, and like I'll step outside of my apartment outside at night and be like just listening. Sometimes I'm like, damn, I don't hear nothing.
Only thing you're going to hear is those fireworks when they win.
Yeah, right.
it.
But yeah, and now the fact that Cobb does have a Battery, that's kind of dope too. It's like
I
an
love the Battery.
extra little
we ought to go there.
set of attractions.
I got to eat something. Though.
Yeah, I got to eat too. I got to eat too. So, you know what?
Say it.
What?
Uh-oh.
What you thinking?
These penis enhancements.
Penis enhancements?
Oh, Lord.
Jesus Christ. I'm so glad it's almost 4 o'clock.
You told me to say it now.
Penis enhancement.
they
What is
trying-
that about, baby? I don't know nothing about that.
Somebody told one of my clients.
Penis enhancements?
We were talking, and we were talking about the Drake video.
Oh, okay.
And so she's like, I heard he has penis enhancements. Do you know anybody that, like, do you feel like that'll be a thing that you would try, penis enhancement?
No, I don't think so. I think it just depends on, like, you know, it's such a subjective thing.
Yeah.
It's almost like the lipo thing. It's just like, do you need a penis enhancement, or do you feel like I don't even know if it's like an objective thing that you need one, but it's like I feel like if you need one, if I was like super insecure in that area where it was like, you know, like my sexual partners are like commenting on it and like it's a thing where like, you know, it's like stopping me from finding someone or then I would definitely look into it the same way I would with my weight or anything else. You know what I mean? So yeah, I feel like if you really feel like you need it, I would say look into it. But that's something even more so than like the lipo and shit, where I do feel like a lot of men who even would be interested in it, they feel like they're not fucking with that shit though. Like they're interested in it hypothetically, but the idea of like someone like doing whatever surgically to their dick, they're not.
They're
like,
not gonna do that.
Fuck
it's
no.
a sensitive area.
They're just like, if something goes wrong, they're not even like, they'd rather just have what they have now, I feel like, than like,
Really?
yeah.
I don't know. Women, so, because it's a sensitive area, whatever. So, like, breasts, when we get our breasts done, we face the same issue. We face the complication of losing our nipple sensation.
Yeah.
So, but people still do it.
That's a horrible example, by the way.
Why?
Well, okay, you know what will be a good one is the vaginal rejuvenation. I'm pretty sure there's complications to that.
I'm sure
Yeah.
it is
when
too.
they go down there. So I feel
Yeah,
like
but also it's just less common. Like there's not really a fair comparison to like the manhood conversation is so specific. Like most men hang their hat on whether or not they feel like they got a good piece on them or not like that.
hang
Hang the hat on.
I
Oh
wonder
my
if
God.
look, do you have enough to hang the hat on?
You know what I'm saying?
You hang your hat on it.
You know what I mean? Hang the hat on it.
What you doing?
Now the terminology.
But nah, for real though, that it's such a, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like you'll even hear like you could be watching movies or listening to a song, whatever, and it's
like a big thing.
It's a big thing of like, oh, you little dick having ass motherfucker. Like it's like the most like there ain't
That's
really
the first thing they say when you break up.
There ain't really compare because
I would
like
never say nothing like that. No.
guys
Yeah.
we'll wife a chick with small titties. So it's like you can't really compare. Where it's like a guy who got a small dick, that's a huge deal to him.
Some of those men are married.
Yeah, and a lot of those, marriages struggle too. And you got women that step outside of marriages, or even if they don't, now you got women that just flat out they never getting they back scratched, so to speak. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nah, that is true
can't
too.
live
And
life
just
like that.
and the penis size doesn't always matter.
No.
I think
That's a lie.
No.
I don't know why people say that.
That is not
I mean,
a lie.
it's not a thing where it has to be super big, but it does
There's
matter.
levels, though.
If it's super small, you're gonna be like, girl, I don't know. You
Okay.
gonna call me on the
Let me
phone,
ask
girl?
you
I
this.
Yeah,
don't
like,
know
for
what
example-
he thought he was doing.
No, let me tell you. You ever been in love with someone and the sex was amazing, and then you fall out of love and then go back to him? You be like,
This is what I've been stuck on.
what
Yes.
the world?
Yes.
What is
This is what I've been stuck
This
on.
is trash.
Right. Right.
So
But-
I think a lot of times it's a mental thing.
Yeah. Well, to a certain extent.
And I feel like there's levels. You know what I'm saying? It's like if a motherfucker got a 2-inch, 3-inch dick, it's like that shit finna just be bad.
Now
Probably.
you know. Now you
But then,
know.
but
Hold
real
on,
shit.
she over here.
But let's say he got like 6 inches though. He could make his 6. He could make his 6 work. His 6 might not hit like 10, dude. But then
Who
10,
want that?
No,
right?
don't
That's
nobody really
crazy.
want that.
But exactly.
all the
So
time.
there's that. I feel like there's that space between like 6 and 8 of like if you know what you're doing, and then a motherfucker might have.
Somebody could have an 8-inch and don't know a thing, baby.
I'm about to say.
Don't
I'm
know
about to
a
say.
thing.
Then you might have that, and then it's like, what if you ain't got no endurance?
Oh,
Bitch.
Right?
oh Lord!
You hit the
So it's like that's the thing too. That's the thing too.
That is
This out here
definitely a
gonna be
thing.
the best 5 seconds of my life.
That is
Right.
definitely a thing.
But and see, and that's something else we gotta overcome.
Yeah.
We not only do we not gotta have a small dick, we gotta be able to
Gotta have one that
stay
works.
in the pussy for hella long too.
Because erectile dysfunctioning is a thing.
But you know
Yeah.
what? A great majority of those cases, it's what they eat.
What they
Because
eat, what they've been taking.
What they've
Hell
been
yeah.
taking.
The drugs and
These
liquor
young
and stuff.
kids are into drugs. You have 25-year-olds that can't keep up with 40-year-olds because
Yeah.
they've been on drugs so long.
Blood flow is limited and
Yeah.
shit like
All that
that.
Crazy.
Yeah, sad.
Your stomach is hungry.
You heard it.
Yeah.
Time for us to go eat.
Yeah, we need to go eat.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, we appreciate you sitting down and
Yeah.
talking to us.
Anytime. I love what y'all doing, man. It's
Thank you. Oh.
very informative.
Yeah.
And you have to watch
Yeah.
Yeah.
your show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, tell us about
Tell
your
'em,
show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tell-
so
tell
I'm the
people.
co-host of the Sorry Not Sorry show.
Shout out.
Yeah, shout out Sorry the
Yes.
kid, my big bro, who's the head host over there. And yeah, we really cover all things, you know, from, I mean, everything going on in the world that's news or current events to relationships, sports, you know, music business. I mean, literally everything. And it gets wild too. We me and him both kind of have no filter.
Y'all are funny.
So it can get it can get a little carried away, but we balance each other out though for sure.
Okay,
So
and what's your social media?
my social media is ILordOwen, but also please follow, like, comment, subscribe on YouTube everywhere at the Sorry Not Sorry Show as well.
All right now. Well, definitely. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank y'all. Appreciate it.
Yes.
This where they clap. Ooh. And we're out. Okay. We got to eat. We too thick.
Baby,
we some thick ones,
I'm
baby.
so hungry.
Got to feed us. Girl, what we gonna go eat?
I don't know. I've been down